Street is up and running today after a technical glitch yesterday shut down trading for more than 3.5 hours.
The problem is being described as an internal technical issue. They say it's not a breach, not a hack. Unrelated glitches, at least that's what they're telling us. They're unrelated. Caused United Airlines to temporarily ground flights. Brought down the Wall Street Journal's website as well. All of these things going on at one time certainly raised a lot of eyebrows yesterday. Government officials insisting the problems were not cyber attacks, were not related. But would they tell us, Matt?
I mean, it's fishy. I don't want to put on my tinfoil hat here and just say something irresponsible. But I mean, it's a big coincidence that you had three major organizations go down in the same day. Now, there's a lot of companies that work on computers.
A lot of companies have computers.
They certainly could go down without us noticing, but it just feels...
We had a bit of a Wi-Fi problem in the studio yesterday
Four?
I mean,
conspiracy.
It feels like more than a coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, and because they're all consumer-facing companies, you saw images that went along with the chaos, right?
Oh, yeah.
So with United, you saw huge lines at MSP
Right.
because people couldn't get on their flights. With the New York Stock Exchange, obviously, you see the drama of this whole stock exchange not doing anything. And I think, Kate, that makes people pay attention maybe a little more than if, you know, some random company had...
Gene's Lawn Service.
Oh,
If Gene's Lawn Service, the router went down.
Absolutely, and as someone who's a nervous flyer, I know if those passengers that were waiting, wondering what was going on, that's scary. And you know, we are talking about, even though they're saying this wasn't a hack, when the Target thing was coming out, when Home Depot, when those were coming forward, they were saying that companies spend less than 10% on information technology security. And in the grand scheme of how much internet takes up, you know, so much of what these companies do, that's not a lot.
Kylie,
that's not much at all.
I feel like we as a society have we've embraced computing. Of course, obviously, every company has a ton of automation, a ton of computers. But the spending maybe hasn't caught up with the redundancy that you need to make sure you don't shut her down.
I think it's important that as this technology advances and advances fast, you have to be able to keep up with what your company needs to do to protect itself. And we're seeing that they're not doing that. I mean, these were not very big, complicated hacks that, I mean, what, a router went down?
Yeah, these were not
That's what
hacks
they're
at all.
saying.
So they say this was a router
But
problem.
There is that question where people, you know, are saying, is this terrorism?
Yeah.
Let's say it's not, or, you know, they're saying it's not. This could be something going forward that they could look at as, oh, look at that, just went down.
I will say investors are certainly happy to be trading again. Right now, the Dow Jones is up 173 points. So a lot of pent up, and people are just ready to get back at it, obviously. So we'll continue to follow it. I mean, no doubt companies are going to grapple with this issue going forward.